Right, I'm just having a look at some of the projects or water-based projects in and around Dundee. And here down at the Dighty burn, a historic burn, that needs a status so it could be saved for developers. They've already done enough damage to the wildlife corridor that's an environmental wildlife corridor in Dundee, the only in existence really in Dundee, and they've decimated it, and I mean decimated it. This shower of morons, that's how I could describe this council executive and management as, and I'll be glad to say it to their faces, because they are none but morons, decide that when the first improvements of the Dighty, total disaster in May, is this wee section here, where they built the bridge into Mullamains. Ken how you get all the traffic building up there, near crashes, near misses, because of idiot planning. Well, I think it's about time you knew what kind of shambles that Dundee has been left for. I mean, oh, it looks idyllic, eh? Could be in the middle of the country, eh? Except Balumby-Steen, you would think you were in Fife, eh? And idiots. It's grey whack here, and grey's the colour of Dundee. And for all the mourning and misery that caused by council over the millennia. But anyway, this here, it might look good, but no, it's a disaster area. It really is. They've now taken, this is supposed to be a floodplain. No for here, further down, over the Forfar Road, by the Forfar Road, and I would say right down to Balmossy. That's our floodplain, and they're a what tamper with that. So let's see what their tampering has done. Yeah, this is one of them, where they've no got control. The river will control itself, no the council. Idiots. They control nothing. So that's Unero 1. And so this area here, this is the improvement that they made. Now it's just a tunnel, and there should be armour bedding on the bed of any river. That's an active part of a river. They took it a while, so what happens is you get fast flowing river. Builds up at the end here where the stones are. And once the deluge comes through there, it's only got that, they can only get through there, only that volume. So that's how you get torrential. And this pool here, well, depends on the levelling, how far they're doing it is. But there used to be a SEPA station there, down nearer the Forfar Road end, right down there. I don't even care if it's still there, I didn't see it. It's maybe overgrown, but there's no SEPA organisation offices in Dundee, which is strange, because they're getting on board with Dundee City Council for some reason. They've got offices in Arbroath, offices in Stirling, and I phoned both of them, and they didn't want to know about anything in Dundee. That shows you how bad it was. And these people negated Dundee. Now they're promoting the straightening of a burn, a river, a most important river in Dundee. They're okaying it. Well, no, I don't think so, because you've not even been here. So I'd like to see the sort of data, the vortices and that, this, because the whole thing about a river, it evolves. That when it gets down to this level, it meanders. It needs to meander. That's like, it helps it slow down, it helps it go out to different areas. Yeah. Well, look at this, folks. I reported on that. If you look at an early video of mine, it wasn't as bad as this. And I gave the advice clearly on the video as how to get this back in order. Because as it is, this is very dangerous, and especially for wee laddies coming down here with their mates. And it's so enticing to them. And if a disaster happens, Mr. Colgan, you're to blame. You knew about this. You've been up here, kind of like you've been doing here the environmental improvements that you're about to do to the dighty. Moron is the improvement. Is this an improvement? Because you've done that improvement over there, and this is the result of it. An absolute eyesore, a dangerous eyesore. But mind you, it's only scheme kids around here, eh? That doesn't matter to you, eh? That's just the dregs of society, eh? You absolute moron. I'd like to see the planning applications for the dighty. I would, and I'm gonna, because of freedom of information, eh? Or SARS it, because subject access request. I'm the only environmentalist in Dundee tatting you morons on. It's a hard job, but I'm up for it. Absolute morons, man. Idiots, morons. How do they get in charge? How do they get in charge? I'll tell you why. Because they fillet the puppet masters. That's what. They fillet the puppet masters, the real people in power. The people we didn't see that are in behind, like a Colgan, Swinney, the lot of them, the whole stinking lot of them. How come they always get found out as being bad people, yet nothing's done about them? Ridiculous, man. Well, however, let's go on about the water improvements, or the water-based projects that Dundee has been involved in. This is what the results of one of them, a very dangerous pool for young kids. Right in a park, a sports park, where loads of things will be going on, so kids will see this, will be attracted, will come when the parents are no there or the adults are no there, and will get into trouble, because that's what young kids do, eh? Oh, it really beleaguers belief. Right, I'll take a few aerial shots of it now. So here we are, back at the Olympia. Another water project that failed miserably. So we'll just have a walk right round it. Here's the car park is stuck on it. And it's out of some pals of theirs or something. God knows what. But definitely, it's inconceivable how so many projects, water-based as well, because the Olympia, leisure, kind of like swimming baths. So that's went terribly wrong, hasn't it? How many times has it went there terribly wrong? And remembering, there was 2 law professors on the board of the Olympia. 2 law professors for Dundee University. They were on the board. So they didn't know the law. Good aid. And like so, scaffolding up already. Yep. They didn't even tell the public yet. All this nonsense created for one council group, the executive and the planning. Well, that's 2 groups really, but that's the problem. There we go. The massively overrated Olympia. It's a joke. Come what I'd prefer, and most Dundonians would prefer, the owl baths. And no problems there. You're a pool, you could get in and swim. Here, you're not allowed to do anything, because it keeps getting closed. But they keep the Keep Fat Centre open. So, this you could totally ignore. Amazing must be seen flumes with LED light effects and 3D holographic images. Ha! It's a joke, man. I can't even keep the water in it. That's another water-based tragedy. So, but there's more to go. Hold on. And so here we are at the frigate Unicorn. We'll just walk along it, like I say, an iconic ship. Iconic wee Dundee. I mean, it was towed here in the 60s. And it was used as a Sea Cadets base. Like I say, it's never been masted. And the thing about the Unicorn is, Dundee, on their coat of arms, has got the Unicorn. I think we're the only the only city that's got a mythological creature as a banner, which is totally amazing. Like I say, 1922 I think, it was commissioned for the Napoleonic Wars by the Admiralty then. And really, what an amazing ship. It's needing a lot of work. Look, we've got pigeons living in it. Come on, pigeon, get out of there. Oi! It's not a free-for-all, you know. No, that needs to be repaired. Look at that. Come on. Look, you can see what's happened here, right? This thing here, we had 8 tears over it. Been creating pressure on that body there. You can actually see it bowing in. No, that's not allowed. Come on. That's what we need to spend money on. No on improvements for the dighty. God. It's quite expensive to get in, like. Let's see. Right. So this is the Unicorn. As you can see, an amazing ship. The Dundee ship. Could you imagine that a while back again coming towards you, man? It looks like a tank, man. It was never masted. Now there, look. I love Dundee landmark. They should have this tin off them and put back into people's hand, eh? Right, they're saying now this is things that are going to go on. You could freeze that. And this is their to tie it in with the Eden project, which is just an absolute joke. You could just freeze that if you want to can about it. So if you think you could help in anything to help this great ship, which ships like this used to rule the ocean waves and made Britain what it was, because I'll not say what it is, because it's certainly not anything now, never will be again. But we've got to look back on historic eras of this. I mean, my son had to put scaffolding all over this. He's a scaffolder, a very good scaffolder. Admirable man. And he says they didn't really care about it. There we go. What a ship, eh? Imagine on the seven seas with that. Swashbuckling. Hey, hey, hey. Have it be, ye hearties. Avast. Oh. Yeah. This needs a lot of help, that. So, if you can, get in touch with this Unicorn Preservation Society. There's I think that's just for the photographs. But this is a safe haven. Yeah, they were going to scuttle it, honestly. This council, we're going to scuttle this ship. You know what I mean? There's a donate thing, if you want to donate. There you go. Help the Unicorn. And there's the address. Get in touch if you think you could help. If you've got any, I would say, cabinet maker skills or that, anything like that, I'm sure these guys would be interested in you. I mean, I like natural wood, so kind of like twisty, gnarly branches is my thing. But this thing does need a lot of help. And you come what? It's only the Dundonians around here that could do it. We can't live up to this council, man. This would have been firewood long ago, man. Absolute joke, man. So let's go on our hay horse or our unicorn and start saving our treasures. And now you're on to the next one. So now they walked all the way around because I couldn't get to where I was wanting to go. It's like a 10-yard walk. But no. Let's go and see where we couldn't get to. Right. So what's going on here? Sun blessed. Oh well, might have guessed. So here we go. Why is it closed? Why is it closed? Why? Why? I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything happening here that I could see. They're just inconveniencing people, and that seems to be the thing about everything that happens. It's to inconvenience people to the maximum, to get that anxiety to its peak level. That's what I think they're doing. and it bears out all the time when you look at it. Oh, Broughty Ferry sand, green sand, look, green. Ooh. Wouldn't like my bairns playing with that. Should be taken away because that's a health hazard. And maybe look into that, council. Absolute morons. And I'll keep saying it, morons. Planning and executive, morons. And here's where we're final water venture that I want to point out to you. Again, the mosaic scaffolding boards hanging off a building. I reckon that might appeal to some people. Doesn't appeal to me. The Japanese architect actually did that. Was supposed to put the ship going right out into the water like a ship launching, but it was going to cost too much because pilings, especially in here, if you look at the pilings costing on is it the Kincardine Bridge, beside the new fourth bridge, beside the fourth bridge, that new bridge cost an amazing amount for the pilings, and this was supposed to go further right out into the River Tay, but because of the cost of the pilings, the architect decided against it. So the council agreed, even after the plans were agreed, to hit out into the River Tay. And what were the final costings were for that? I think it's unfinished. Or we were ripped off. That Japanese architect, the designer boy, died in Japan, I heard. I think he died laughing because he hoodwinked the hoodwinkers. And how about that then? But I don't think it's a Dundee icon, it's a Dundee eyesore. It's not even, it does not look finished. You gotta be real. Oh, there's somebody's pal. Nepotism and cronyism at work here. Donuts, coffee, bagels, and whatever the other. Oh, come on. Really? Really? And there's offices. Look how untidy that looks. Look at the mess. Look at the mess there. And really? You want people to come and see the bonny water with the mess in the background? Jesus. This council has got a lot to answer for. A lot. And when all this madness ends, I hope yous all remember this. Because I'll remember it. I'll have it on video. I'll make sure that you remember. Every one of them. Idiots. Some dogs had a wee bit of fun, as you could see. And you know something else as well. They built all this thing for the Discovery, right? Now, the Unicorn belonged to Dundee, right? They didn't give a toss about it. This ship doesn't even belong to Dundee. The people, they want it back. And we built this whole thing for it. What a joke. And I'm fed up watching about Dundee and pointing things out, and it seems to be me it's a problem. I've never been a problem. The only problem I've been is the asswipes. Well, I think they can tell people the wrong thing and get away with it. Sorry, no. I just think when it's all said and done at the end of the day, then I say, it was orders. I was told not to talk to you. I was told not to say anything to you. I was told not to give you that. I was told, you were told. So you made your own decision on not being told. So you're responsible then. Because you're responsible for your own actions. Never mind what they say to you and laws or policies of the company. Because that doesn't affect you. Or it shouldn't affect you. It's not to do with you what their policies or laws are or rules or regulations. And as long as they're fair and just and they're no. So let's take a closer look at this executive. I should just go and ask who's in. There we go. There's so that was, you can't see it now, that was the discovery point. Quite empty here at the Moron Plaza garage. And here we go, up the stair. And here we are at Moron Plaza. This is where all the morons live. Especially up there. High Tower. Let's see if we can see any of them. There's nothing going in, look. Right, how could you possibly do that when they're all locked? Council chambers. Not always locked. Every one of these public offices locked. That's a joke, is it? This is where I hide, in here. Please ensure this door is closed properly when entering and leaving, thank you. We didn't want any of the public in. That would just upset our day. Absolute morons. That's not the full picture though. Go and see if this office is open. Number 5 City Square. I guarantee it's no though. None of them are open. This is our council offices I'm going to here. Find out about the water developments and projects and ventures haphazard to the Dundee public that are going on. Okay? Colin Burrell's office. Right. So I should be able to get in there. Aye. Because it's a Labour councillors, Liberal Democrat, Independent councillors, Conservative. Right. Dave Valley, oh, look at all the people that are here. So how should you need a, how should, and like what? Absolute joke, man. Private developments in there. And insider dealing. so thought they'd maybe left something open. Obviously no. Just information for you, and just in case you need to come down here. It's all buzzers. What's buzzer? Oh, they must wear their ID badge at all times within this building, so they can in and out. Ah, there's a poor sort coming in. Work with the council, mate?
Hey?
You work with the council?
Yeah, well.
Feel sorry for you.
Well,
Have a nice day. Couldn't resist. Now here's the, it should say on here, untrusted trader. My pidge. Because I wouldn't trust any of them. Right, I think that's enough now. So